Welcome back, my name's Lindsay and this is All Things Aesthetics. Today's video is going to be aimed at people who have just started out in the industry or students of mine who haven't been past very long and looking for a bit of support and a bit of help. So if this is for you, keep watching and we will go straight into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with maybe just some a bit of guidance, tips and tricks as such, as to what you should be doing as somebody who's just entered into the aesthetics industry or even beauty industry for that matter. PMU, microblade, whatever it is you're doing. I think this is so important when you're entering the industry, especially as a business owner. So when you've come from no experience whatsoever and you're starting out, it can be so daunting trying to get clients, trying to set up an Instagram page, trying to put yourself out there. You know, the industry is so saturated at the minute, but it doesn't mean that it's saturated to the point where you won't shine. Everyone has their niche, everyone has their own thing, and that is where you come in. So you will have something about you that clients would like. So, I mean, for me, I have like a mixture of clients. I have really young, I have older clients, middle, and everything in between. However, when you're starting out, I do feel like you attract a certain clientele, if that makes sense. So, for instance, you could be the type of practitioner that promotes very natural results. Your goal is to enhance someone's natural beauty and do tweakments, I like to call them. So if that's something that you prefer to do in your clinic, amazing. You need to take that and have that as your thing that you sell yourself with. Does that make sense? Don't be the jack of all trades. What's the saying? Jack of all trades, but master of none. Is that it? Something like that. So find what you're really good at, what you're really passionate with. There's no point in advertising yourself as a practitioner who prides herself or himself on natural enhancements, and then you go and do a course in the biggest Russian lips you can find, because your clients that come to you for natural results are not going to want that. Does that make sense? So stick with what your market is. It's very important when coming into the industry or with any business whatsoever is to find out your target market. Really important. Second thing I want to point out is when you do a beginner's course, don't then think to yourself, that's it then, I'm going to go and work on my own, have this amazing business, and I'm never ever going to do another course or upskill my knowledge for the rest of my life. It's not going to happen. You will do yourself no favors by doing that. Most of the money that I make within aesthetics goes back into the business. You will not progress and you will not better yourself if you stay in the same position. To get a different outcome and to get a different result, you have to do something different. The saying is, if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. And it is so true. I know a lot of people don't like change. However, your business is not going to change and grow unless you do something to change it and grow it. So you have to make these changes. Going on different masterclasses, even if it's, just like a little masterclass here or an online course that you just want to look at for technique purposes and stuff like that. It's so important to keep refreshing your memory, which is why I do these YouTube videos to help people refresh. Even now, I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm still going on courses and I'm still learning new things. I've just completed my level 7 and I've learned so much that I haven't done in the 5 years. When I started my journey and I did my beginner's course, I literally trained in fillers and Botox within a matter of a few hours. And I was left to go off on my own in the big wide world. I had no idea about prescriptions for Botox. I had no idea about an emergency kit. I had no idea what dissolver is for hyaluronidase. These are things that I had to find out myself by doing extra training and, you know, thinking, right, well, I'm doing this as a job now. So I need to make sure that I know 100% what I'm doing to make sure that my clients are in safe hands. So make sure you are doing the best that you can do. These videos are for everybody. So clients, students that need a little bit of extra support, everyone has access to these videos. And that was one of my main priorities, is to be able to get the knowledge out there for people who maybe can't afford extra masterclasses at the minute, who just want to refresh on some stuff. So I do these all completely free off my own back, and it is out there for everybody to view, so that you've got something to look back on. So when you're booking in clients, and say you've just done your beginner's course, and you know, for some reason you've had stuff going on and you've not really booked any clients in, and a couple of months down the line you book in someone for anti-wrinkle or, you know, 0.5mm lip filler, you book them in that day or the next day, and then it gets to an hour before the client's due to come around and you think, oh my God, I've forgotten like a few things. Do not do that. Do not do that. If you're struggling with something and you want to refresh your memory, or you think, oh God, like, oh, I haven't done this in a few weeks, I've forgotten this thing, find that out and make sure that you are fully confident before you book your client in, because there's nothing worse than panicking when your client walks through the door. Clients pick up on stuff. We're humans, we have intuition. If you're if you're nervy and something doesn't feel right with you and you're a bit, you know, on edge, your client is going to pick that up the second they walk in the door, and then their faith and trust in you is completely gone before you've even started the treatment. So make sure you're giving yourself ample amount of time to set up for the treatment. Make sure that you are 100% positive with everything that you've got, you know, all your gloves, your needles, your bits and bobs, your bins, and, you know, whatever else it is, or your products. Make sure you've got it all. Even if you'd like to set up before the client comes in so that you're not panicking trying to do it in front of them, do that. Have it all set up, ready to go, so when the client comes in, you're all calm, cool and collected. Okay, so make sure you're doing that before. Don't book a client in the next day and then panic and try and find the answers, because you're just going to stress yourself out and it's no good for anybody. The thing with masterclasses as well is, if you're a beginner and you think, right, well, that's all I want to do, I just want to do foundation level, I don't want to go on and do all these fancy techniques and bits and bobs, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to do that. However, I do still stress that you should go on other courses. You know, go and do a masterclass with somebody local to you. Go to another training academy and do, you know, a little bit, or just a one-day thing just to pick up, because you might pick up a couple of tips and tricks off of somebody else that you didn't pick up on your beginner's training. And that might be a huge eye-opener to you. You might go, oh my gosh, well, we didn't do this on my beginners and I really like doing it that way. You know, everyone works differently. Everyone's got different ways of teaching. Everyone's got different ways of learning, whether you're more visual or you're written, you're hands-on. Everyone is different. So I think it's so important that you keep investing in your business. As I said, you're never going to grow or become this amazing business if you just stay in one place with the tiny little bit of knowledge that you've got. It's just never ever going to happen. So really try and have some confidence in yourself, push yourself and put yourself out there. Try and go on these courses just to refresh your memory, or even if it is just a refresher course, you could go back to somebody, like whether that be your original trainer or somebody else, and just say, hi, I've trained in XYZ, haven't done it for a few months, or I haven't really had that much hands-on experience with clients over the past Would it be possible to book on for a refresher course? Places do that, and you will pay a certain amount to go in and just refresh bits and bobs that you're not 100% confident with. That is very, very beneficial to people, I believe, rather than going in and doing the whole of the, you know, beginners thing again. It's quite long-winded. So just, you know, jump on classes and find help for bits that you're not 100% confident in. Also, I just wanted to point out, I think it's so beneficial to have maybe a small network of people that aren't that far to you that do aesthetics. So say you know someone from like 10-15 minutes down the road that does aesthetics. Follow their page, maybe like, you know, drop them a message and just say like, are you happy for us to sort of exchange numbers? Or, you know, are you confident in dissolving? If you're not yet, which is fine, if you're, you know, whatever it is you want to do, try and have that support network in case you ever need it. So with my students that or my beginners that I did like a few months ago, I say to them that we have got ongoing support through a email address that I have dedicated for my students. So if a student's not confident in something or they want a bit of extra help, they can email the inbox their question, and, you know, we go back to them within 48 working hours. That's why I say it's so important not to book in a client straight away. You know, because obviously your trainer might be doing something. I have had it a few times where a student's messaged me and I'm in the clinic and I don't look at my phone whilst I'm working, and I'll have a student message me directly on my personal phone, Lindsay, I've got a client coming in 5 minutes and I've forgotten this, can you help me? And obviously by the time I've gone back and looked, I'm like, well, that was like 6 hours ago. So yeah, so important to give your trainer or whoever it is that you're asking for help a bit of time to respond to you, because I can't be in my clinic all day like this on my personal number. We have got the emergency number in case anybody, well, students mainly, if they come across an emergency situation where they can't wait 48 hours to email us. We do have an emergency line that, you know, people can call to get hold of us. But yeah, I think it's really, really important to make sure that you've got a network of people, because if there is a point of where, you know, you need to know something quickly and you can't get hold of your trainer as quickly as you'd like, it's better to have that support around you so that you can reach out to other people for help. So yeah, I really, really recommend getting some sort of like little group, not group together, but maybe have like a WhatsApp chat with a couple of local practitioners in your area, just to give you a bit of a confidence boost, and a bit of knowing that you've got that bit of extra support there is really nice. So guys, make sure when you are starting out in the aesthetics industry and you're creating your business from scratch with no experience whatsoever, make sure that you are writing down goals, I would say, and, you know, achievements. So get a little book and write down, okay, I passed my course on this day. My goal for 3 months' time is I want to be able to have a good steady 3 clients a week coming in, you know, which I think is a very reasonable goal. Once you've hit that, then go on to something else. Okay, within 6 months, I would like within a year, I would like to have completed another 2 masterclasses or something. And that will just help you keep on a steady flow, keep investing in your business, in you know, in your clients as well. Your clients deserve to be updated with everything that's in place. Also, check with your insurance, because as I say, your beginner's training isn't the end and then you're off on your own. Depending on your insurance, a lot of insurance companies will require continued professional development, a certain amount of hours per year, to show that you are keeping yourself on top of the knowledge. So you will need to go and do CPD courses elsewhere to get a certificate, whether it's a masterclass or something else, just to say that you are expanding your knowledge and you are constantly bettering yourself. So check with your insurance, because some insurances do actually require that. Although even if your insurance doesn't require it as such, I still believe that it is something that you should be doing to make sure that you are benefiting yourself and your clients. Right, that is it for me. I hope that video helped and gave you a little bit of extra support and push towards getting yourself out there with your clients. Remember, you are your own boss. You make your decisions. You make, you know, it is whatever you want it to be. You are in charge of your own life and future. So if anyone wants to make changes, it's you. If you're not happy in your life, you have to change it. If you're not happy with certain things within your work system and you're not happy, only you can change it. So please, please don't be afraid of change. Really push yourself and make sure that you're meeting your goals. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. Comment below what you thought and let me know what you would like me to speak about next time. And I will see you all soon. Thanks guys, bye.